Taurus, hello. Oh, your cards are going all over the place. And I was getting messages while I was shuffling because I came out of airplane mode. So you could be very multitasking, discombobulated is the word I'm getting, distracted. There could just be a lot going on. You kind of have like your hands full. And I've been feeling this with the collective, the Taurus collective, for a while now. The interactions that I have received and seen, and then in my own experience as a Taurus, it's it's a lot. There's kind of a lot, and I feel like there's this near burnout energy, which it takes a lot to burn out a Taurus, but I feel that it's like, particularly with the love readings, Taurus is kind of like, I'm just focusing on my money, so you could just be really focused on that because you could have lost hope, or you feel very close to losing hope in the idea of love. So, we'll see. Hi, baby. All right. Taurus. But we have the Six of Swords, which is in the masculine. All right. So, this is the type of masculine that you'll be dealing with if you're the feminine. And then when I read for the feminine, that's the type of feminine that the masculine is dealing with, right? That's what's going on in their energy. This is for singles. This is next in love, new love, right? You could have met and be in separation, right? I was getting that. I just did the Aries reading, and there was, I think that these are going to be more geared towards those who are in separation, right? Now that could mean you're in separation from your twin flame and you haven't come together in the 3D, or that could mean that you've met them in the 3D and there is a pause. And that pause is disconcerting, right? It's something that causes inner turmoil. It's something that causes distress. And if you're like, I'm not distressed, I'm not worried about it, well then what are you doing here? Let's be real. Let's just be real here, Taurus, right? You don't have to be so strong all the time. Okay, I was going to say the Queen of Cups came out in reverse, but that's just because my deck is in reverse. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle this one more time. Feminines. Because let's get upright here. Okay, let's make sure that we're being true here. Okay. That was weird. That was weird. Something's up with the feminines. Let's see. And the Queen of Cups comes out again. In the upright. But that's what we want. This Queen of Cups needs to be someone who's emotionally stable and emotionally transparent, revealing. They're not like in the... they're not in their masculine energy being in the reverse, or they're not in their withholding energy of being in the Queen of Cups in reverse, okay? This feminine is somebody who is willing to give emotionally, right? And if this is you, Taurus, if you're the feminine, it may seem exhausting. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I've done that. And every time I end up being the Queen of Cups in reverse. I end up having to like go back into my masculine energy and do it all myself, because I'm not ever getting somebody who is willing to fight for me, right? And who even wants that. This is somebody who wants that. This is somebody who's going to fight for it. This is like the grand gesture. This is someone who's going to rescue you, right? Not that you're like some damsel in distress. You can do it yourself. It's just that you don't want to. And this person sees that, and this person is going to make sure that because this person understands that the feminine is always the bearer and the nurturer of the divine creation, whether that be a child or whether that be a project, a passionate pursuit, the work that you do for the collective. The feminine is the 5D master, and the masculine is the 5D, is the 3D master, right? And this person understands the power of that. This person honors the feminine. You've been with those who don't honor the feminine. The Queen of Cups in reverse and then the Hanged Man coming out, you could be dealing with a Pisces. Right? Maybe you dealt with people who were, because the shadow aspect of the Pisces, of the Hanged Man, is somebody who doesn't come forward, someone who doesn't make decisions, someone who takes their sweet ass time, right? And that time is, they are entitled to take it, but it can get very exhausting when you're waiting, especially if you have your eyes set on someone in particular in the 3D and you're looking to them like, where are you? This is the Queen of Cups coming out of the reverse is someone who's not waiting for someone. They're waiting for, they're just in the frequency of love. So they're waiting for the energy. They're waiting for a frequency that matches them. And if it comes in that, whatever vessel it comes in doesn't really matter, right? That's where we need to get to that place of, it doesn't matter, you know, maybe you have a type, maybe you have a physical type, but this is somebody who realizes like none of that actually matters, and because of whatever my ego was attracted to in that physical type or emotional type or behavioral type, maybe you were always attracted to the runner-chaser dynamic, right? And so your people could all look different, but they all are basically the same energy in different vessels. So this is not mirroring this sort of emotionally distant shadow aspect of the Hanged Man, right? The light aspect of the Hanged Man is somebody who does things and sees things in a unique way, right? This is the philosopher. This is the philosopher's stone. Maybe you're going to be getting a stone. Maybe it's going to be a rock. Maybe you're going to be getting that marriage. We have the Two of Cups here, so that is like the joining of emotional parties. This is passion, right? There's sort of like red everywhere with the black checks here and the red. That reminds me of Garth Brooks, the red strokes, because he's in this very like monochromatic black and white background. It's like all white, his hat, his piano, the whole room, it's like all one color. And then the album cover is in pieces and it is the black and white checks. So this also gives me like 10 of Pentacles where they're playing chess together. In this deck, that's what they do. So this is like a partner, but that song, the Red Strokes, passions uncaged, thundering motions of tenderness, rage. So hubba hubba. Eight of Cups. This is in the masculine, the Eight of Cups. This is somebody who has left behind things that do not fulfill them. This person's been through a lot. This masculine has really, they've taken a long journey. They may be coming a great distance to you, but with the cups here, this feels more like they've come a great emotional distance. This person is emotionally mature, and I think this person's tired. They're on their walking stick. They're just as emotionally exhausted as you are, right? And so this is like when two older people come together and they've sort of like been through it all. This is someone who just wants a companion. They just want somebody that they can like sit down, have dinner with, have a conversation with, sit in silence with, maybe play chess with, right? Maybe chess will be a indicator or some sort of, but again, like the Queen is the most powerful in checkmate. The Queen is the most powerful in chess. And I feel like this masculine really honors the feminine. And to see they're walking away from all these empty cups because they're looking for something full. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or an Aries. But this person's been called the Fool, I think. Like they've been called foolish. The masculine has been called like too emotional. Maybe they've been called like feminine, or maybe people have questioned their sexuality or something like that, because I think that they just don't do things the same way. There's something sort of androgynous about this masculine, because there's a lot of feminine. They really honor the feminine. There's something very empathetic and compassionate about them. So again, they could be a water sign, because there's a lot of water in this masculine's energy, and that's what they're longing for, right? This person feels very dreamy, and you sort of like dreamed them up. But I think that there's been some discontent in the feminine here, and I mean, I don't know if the masculine has this like, they don't want to deal with all this like superficial, vapid, empty vessel people anymore. Maybe they did, like maybe they were like into superficial stuff, but they've grown a lot. They've come a long way in their way of thinking and viewing emotions. And if they were engaging in like superficial endeavors, behaviors, substance abuse, right, with the cups behind them, they could have gotten sober from alcoholism. If they were out partying, drinking, clubbing, bar hopping, it's like, it's, because the 8 there is like a cycle. It's like they're leaving behind that cycle of empty cups. Now, maybe they drank the cups, and maybe they were just, it's like they realized that was vapid. Vapid is the word that I'm getting. So it's like they just don't, there's no stimulation, there's no passion there. And so if they were a player, if they were having casual connections, it might have felt really like exciting for a minute, but I think that they've come to a place where they don't want that anymore. There's a lot of life behind both of you, particularly this masculine. Right, this feminine's over here on her own island. There's like ships passing by. There's like people over there, like royalty and castles that could also be with the lighthouse, like looking. There's people looking for their ship, right? There's like this beacon of light over here that's like the Eye of Sauron. They're just like looking for this ship. This feminine is not really looking. This feminine's just looking at their own cup, filling their own cup, and that's exactly what this masculine is looking for. They're gonna see you, like in Lord of the Rings, I see you, but this person's gonna see you, and I think this feminine has never felt seen. Yeah, this masculine is gonna want to lock it down. That's what this feminine wants. They want to come together with somebody, and this masculine is more than happy. Could be a Scorpio. This feminine could be a Scorpio as the Queen of Cups as well, right? Taurus, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. And then we have the Page of Cups. So we've got, we have a lot of feminine energy in this masculine, and then we have a lot of water and feminine energy in this feminine. So there's a lot of water between you. You both could have water placements. You could share your moon sign could be the same. But see, this Page of Cups, I feel like this is all what the masculine is bringing over to the feminine. The feminine is very much in this energy of, I'm going to sit right here with my full cup, because I'm the only one I've ever known that knows how to fill my cup. So I'm just going to sit over here. So if you're the feminine Taurus, then I know you can relate to that. And if you're the masculine Taurus, then you can also relate to that, right? And so that's why the masculine is going to see this feminine and be like, I know what you've been through, and we don't even have to talk about it. I feel like you guys aren't really going to even talk about it. There's going to be a lot of like body language, Ursula. There's going to be just sort of like, we've done all the talking with the other vessels that were the shadow aspects of each other that got us to where we are now, but here we are together. So now we don't have to say anything, because we just know, because I see you, right? And I think like with all this blue, right, in Avatar, where they Zehelu, where they connect with, you guys are very into nature and nurturing. and understanding the way of like the philosophy here. I feel like you guys are going to sit out in nature. There's going to be a lot of like quiet time, a lot of reflection, a lot of pondering, but you're going to just share space while you do that. And I think that it's very grounded, it's very watery, it's very feminine. There's a lot of feminine nurturing energy here. And see, there is swords here. There are swords here. But see, they're not, this is like action. There's swords here, but like there's a lot that you could say, and you both have, I think you're going to communicate very well, but I think you're communicating in silence very well. Which is ironic, especially for a Taurus, being the the throat chakra. I think that you guys, there's just action here, like let's go. I don't think there's a lot of talk here. And that's kind of how, and maybe you are elderly, but there is something very old soul about you, if you're young or old, chronologically. There's something about you that is just, like if you've ever just like sat on a front porch in a rocking chair with your grandparents, or if maybe you were raised by someone that was, maybe you were raised by the elderly, or, you know, raised by a grandparent, or there was just like, you had influence of like slow living. This feels very slow living. But with the red strokes, and the red is, you know, Capricorn, it's the root chakra. It's very rooted, it's very grounded, it's very deep. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, something with Saturn. I don't know why I said that. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. Like, ugh, who wants to deal with a Capricorn? No, but yeah, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could have a Capricorn placement. Sternum, stellium, right? Something with a stellium or your sternum. A lot of anxiety. In your bed. Hey, this way. Thank you. Yeah, you're very cute. Yeah, this, I feel like this Page of Cups is this masculine bringing this, again, more Pisces energy. Page of Cups could be any water, but this is someone who's like, they put on a fish suit to come find you. That also reminds me of The Shape of Water. That's a beautiful film. Guillermo del Toro. What else is he? Pan's Labyrinth. David Bowie. So yeah, maybe there's something in that. Yeah, I think you guys might just like sit around and listen to music. There's something about music. You might make music. But there's, you know, in The Shape of Water, the language that they don't speak the same language. Their communication is all, I mean, she is mute, and then this is a creature. It's like a fish man. And so the only thing that they share, the only communication that they share is water. Ooh, I just got chills. It feels very cool. We have Three of Wands here with the Queen of Cups. So yeah, this is someone who's waiting. They're ready to take the journey. They're ready to get in this boat and go wherever this masculine leads them. And not that they're like, oh, yeah, it's not like, there's no weakness here with this feminine. There's a great strength in trusting a masculine to lead the way. Because they're leading in the 5D, and or in the 3D, Jesus. And they're leading in the 3D, masculine leads and pursues in the 3D, because they understand that the feminine leads and nurtures in the 5D. So they understand the power of the feminine. That's why they're like, I'm gonna get in there and save that lady. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So again, you know which side you are on, Taurus, if you're the feminine or the masculine. This person is mirroring you. Could be dealing with another earth sign, could be dealing with a water sign. There's a lot of water here. There's a lot of feminine, nurturing energy. 2 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot of options. This feminine has a lot of options. I mean, you're filling up your cup. So all the thirst traps out there, they're going to want your water because they don't know how to fill themselves up. So they're like, what are you doing? So there's a lot of like eyes on this feminine. And again, this masculine's like, no. Make a hole. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this person knows, like, no, it's me. There's a lot of confidence with this masculine. And they're not fighting with the swords. There's no like 5 of swords or 6 of, there's no 7 of swords. There's no fighting. As I said, there's no 6 of swords because I was looking at the 6 of swords. Are 6 of swords. There is the 6 of swords and there are 6 swords. There are 6 swords, 6 swords. Something with alliterations, poetry. Again, with philosophy, this person could, and music, you know, you could write, because there's a lot about like rhyming, alliterations, repetition. This person's not going to stop. They're going to come back. So if this feminine, if you came together and there was a separation because that feminine, the Queen of Cups, was in reverse, this masculine was like, oh, okay, I can get in the Hangman too. Here I am in the Hangman with my 9 of Pentacles, like giving myself working on my finances, working on myself, working on my health, my wealth. If you're not sure that it's me, I'm sure it's me. The masculine knows it's me. 'Tis I. It's like, I'm the one you're waiting for. And so if they aren't, when they meet you, they're going to make sure that they are before they come back, right? So that could be the reason for any separation, whether that separation has already occurred or it's upcoming. That's what it's going to be about. And so feminines, hold the frequency, just keep filling your cup, stay in that, the planning stage of the 3 of Wands. The planning stage is the manifestation stage as well. Like it's where you just continue to affirm, you go over the plans, you just reconfirm what you want, you reevaluate, and you clarify your manifestation lists, your affirmations, you fine tune everything, right? This is like going over your packing list before you go on a long journey. And then we have the Knight of Wands with the Page of Cups, right? Could be dealing with a fire sign, but there is somebody that is passionate, inspiring, coming in. You could be dealing with that 7 of Cups. The feminine could be dealing with multiple, right? You could have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands. And you might think, oh, the Knight of Wands, they're coming in with all this passion. They're a knight. They're better or bigger or older. There could be a little bit of an age difference between them or something, where it's like, oh, this Knight of Wands is more for me because they're going to fight for me. But, you know, and we have this 3 of Wands. So you might think, okay, like on paper, because with the 3 of Wands, I get all this planning and sort of like an outline to your essay. Maybe something with Mexico. But there's the Knight of Wands is like, maybe they look good on paper. But see, their mask is down, or their face shield is down. This Page of Cups, even though they could be younger than you, or you might think like, oh, I'm the Queen of Cups. But at least this is a knight. This knight fights for the King of Wands. But I don't see any wands here. So that could be, again, you may need to go over, feminines, you may need to go over your manifestation list and really write down, instead of writing down what you want to see, because wands are what we see, it's the 3D, it's the most distinctly masculine element. And the 3D being masculine, it's like you're the Queen of Cups. So you need to go into this place of feeling. How do I want my person to feel? Right? Imagine holding their hand, like that Zehelu. I feel like that's like, there's a lot of hand holding here. Helping hands. Maybe they do work with their hands. So it's like, how do they feel? And as you are in their energy, you can use that to, you can use self-pleasuring as a way of manifesting, because the way that you, your environment is set up, especially if you're the feminine Taurus, like access all your senses here. But if you're the feminine trying to attract a masculine Taurus, right? Then yeah, they're the most sensual. Taurus is the most sensual of the zodiac signs. So they're all about the five senses, right? They want things to smell and feel and look and taste and touch. Everything has to like, and sound, right? A lot of sound. So like, speak the words that you want them to say to you. Imagine how it feels. Imagine the cocoon of love that you're going to be in when you're with this person. Versus, oh, they need to be this tall with this much money, and they need to be this age, and they need to have green eyes, and they need to have dark hair, and they need to, whatever you're manifesting, just check your manifestation lists. And if you're like, oh, I don't have any manifestation lists, you haven't written anything down, then that's the advice here, is to journal. Write down everything that you want, how they make you feel, because you're in the Queen of Cups. All right. And same thing for a masculine, right? You know, if you're the masculine Taurus and you're wanting a Queen of Cups, you're going to have to access feelings, right? You're going to have to get into how, which I feel like this masculine is already doing that with the Hanged Man and the Eight of Cups. This masculine is very much meeting this Queen of Cups in their element. Because normally I would say a Page of Cups is like, oh, it's just a Page of Cups. It's not a knight, it's not a king, but it's, I get better energy off this Page of Cups than this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is someone who could be here for a good time, not a long time, right? And they could have a lot of passion and inspiration and all that stuff. Like, it's exciting for a minute, but you don't want a minute. You want infinity. To infinity and beyond. Yeah, the Moon, Cancer, Pisces, sometimes Scorpio, but you know, there's a lot of water here. So with the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups, yeah, so the masculine is, I feel like they're certain, like they're mirroring this feminine, and they see the feminine is over here, like waiting for their cup. And so it's like they are studying. It's more, I was gonna say it's better, but it's more than the Page of Swords. They're not just looking and studying and like just watching to watch because they're curious. This person is like beyond curious. This person is sure that they are your person. This masculine is sure that this Queen of Cups is their person. And so they are doing everything to mirror them, to make sure that they are the ones, that they are everything that this feminine needs and wants. Like, so when they come in, they're like, there's no denying. There's not going to be any like, and yeah, if it is if you're the feminine, you're dealing with the fire sign, this Page of Cups could come in as the Knight of Wands. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. There's something about this Knight of Wands I'm not sure about. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't trust this Knight of Wands, but if you're in this Four of Pentacles, if this person's putting in this guarded, kind of hoarding energy, and see there's this skeleton here, there's something deceptive about this skeleton here, and so it's like they could be a test. They could be a test from the shadows, right? And see, he is like sort of, even though he's surrounded by what looks like fire, it's like, it's shiny, but not all that glitters is gold. This person is like a shadow knight. Yeah. This person, ooh, excuse me. Why am I so? No one's talking to you. Nobody's talking to you. We have the Six of Pentacles. That is somebody who is, I mean, they're balanced. They've got the scales here. It could be a Libra. But there's somebody, this is somebody who is, hey, go get in your bed. You're fine. Thank you. You're doing amazing. This is somebody who has enough to give. They're making sure with this Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, they have enough to give and share. This person could do something in the community, this masculine. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. That's the knight that we like. Right? Especially with Taurus involved on either side. We want that knight that comes in. And it's funny, they're the Knight of Pentacles and they've got this sword here. So it could be an air sign. Because we do have the swords there. We got a little bit of Libra there. They could have a Libra placement, this masculine. But this person is, yeah, they're going to fight. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles on the Queens. Okay, Ace of Cups on the feminine. They're like, oh, me? Oh, me? And then we have more Pisces energy here with the Neptune, the seahorses. And we have the moon on her shoulder there, tattooed. Again with the red, I'm seeing a lot of red, a lot of blue. So that's like water and fire. You could have a water and fire placement. And it's like this person is gonna, like, I got some pretty, like, X-rated, this is sort of passion here. The Empress, yeah, like filling all the holes. Like this person's gonna fill everything. They're gonna fulfill all your desires. I get, like, with the red, I just get like this person is, there's gonna be a lot of root chakra work here. Which is grounding. And for a Taurus, that's where we are able to be the most, you know, wild and free and access maybe those other placements of water or fire. Like we're able to access all of our chart and all of our self when our five senses are nurtured, when our love language is spoken, when we have the stability and the balance, and the security, the emotional security that this is bringing is like, I feel like it's going to bring out the freak in both parties. Like there's something about this, this Empress here, like this masculine just sees this feminine as their Empress, the be all end all. Was I doing? Yeah, I said in the Aries. You could be dealing with an Aries, but in the Aries reading, I was seeing a fox, and it made me think of Wayne's World. So again, with the alliterations, Wayne's World, but also Fantastic Mr. Fox. So there's a lot of like alliterations there. But this person's like, and the Empress would be dealing with an Emperor. So this person is maybe in an Aries type energy if they're not an Aries themselves. But with Wayne's World, it's like, oh yes, she will be mine. You know, it's like, that's also Michael Myers, maybe something with the name Michaels, something with the name Myers, M's, W's, F. S. Yeah. But yeah, it's like this person's, they're not a manipulative shapeshifter, but it's like this person is going to be whatever this Empress, this feminine needs them to be. Which is like, I mean, that's awesome. Tell me about this Empress. Three of Cups. Yeah, Three of Cups is the offer of, I keep getting serenity. This person's going to offer them options. Anytime that there's a 3, it's the Holy Trinity, right? This person is going to, they're gonna match your star sign, your moon sign, and your rising, right? Which is going to allow this feminine, and of course, because when you serve the feminine, right, as a collective, energetically speaking, when we serve the feminine, we are able to create, right? That's how creation happens, biologically, energetically. That's just how it happens. That's how it be. And so it's like when the masculine serves this feminine, it's like they're serving them. Like here's some giant ass cups that you can access. Like they're going to fulfill them. They're gonna fill them for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's like bringing out a kind of like I hate this word, but it's like, it's funny to use, but naughty, you know, it's like, naughty? Are you naughty? I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, it's like they're going to offer them, there's a very playful energy here. There's a lot of like laughter and fun, and I feel like this feminine has been lacking a lot of laughter. This masculine too, because this 8 of Cups, like they haven't had any laughter. They're not laughing here. Their back is turned, they're exhausted, they're like, but now it's like they actually have a purpose. So all the work and energy that they poured into these cups that were empty and like had holes in the bottom, and they're like, oh shit, now I have to learn to fill my own cup because I have to just stop filling other people's cups. And this like 4 of Cups, see, they're like filling their cups from the sun, could be with a Leo, but it's like from their heart chakra. They've been filling their cups and now they have enough, more than enough, right? Because they've been filling their cup. They have this 3 of Cups to offer because they've been in this 4 of Cups energy of just like self-service, and now they can be in like a selfless service. They can serve the feminine. Maybe acts of service is somebody's love language here, but you know, it's like this person's here to help. This person is here to, this masculine is here to serve this Empress, which is going to allow the Empress, because the Empress is the culmination of all the queens, right? So it's like when you feel that sense of stability, and that is Libra and Taurus, right? The Empress. So it's like when you allow them, they can be all of their chart. They can be a lady in the sheets, a freak in the sheets, or whatever. A lady in the sheets, a lady in the streets, freak in the sheets. Or maybe a freak in the streets and a lady in the sheets. We'll see. But it's like they can actually be everything. They can really access all of that because they feel secure. The Empress needs, it's not that the Empress needs it, because the Empress offers it to themselves, but they would like it. You know, it's like just because you can give it to yourself doesn't mean that you want to always do everything yourself. The Empress can, and they don't settle for anybody but the Emperor. And then we have the Ace of Cups with the 2 of Wands. So again, with that Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups here, you could have a choice, feminines. Aries also got the 2 of Wands in the masculine aspect. So maybe there's something in there. You could be a Aries Taurus cusp. You could have an Aries placement. And maybe that's why I'm getting so much of this freaky ass energy. And Knight of Cups. Yeah, this person's gonna, they're gonna fight for this earth energy. And the feminine is going to fight for their cups. Like, although it's like they're gonna honor each other. They're gonna fight for each other. They're gonna fight for this love together. I feel like a you two against the world sort of thing. Not that you're against the world, because you are for the world, but not all the world is for you. That makes sense? So you're here for the collective, but you're not necessarily here for the 3D world. You're here for the 5D world. Okay? So I feel like you may travel, whether you stay in one place or not. I feel like you're always going to be traveling. Like, you could be into astral projection with the philosophy here and the music. You guys could be like nomads, vagabonds. You could go on tours together. You could go around and speak, or like work at places with all that earth energy, right? You could be going around like helping set up community gardens or homesteads, or something where you're going to be like working with the earth and the water here. I get like koi fish. So that could be the Pisces energy. But there is like you're going to be a power couple in honoring the feminine, because this world, this collective needs help with that. 41:44 on the clock there. So something with fours. Woo! Woo! This is cool, Taurus. This is a lot of stuff. Good stuff coming in. 4 of Pentacles. That's that pre-emperor energy. The Chariot. And Judgment. So there may be a choice you may have to make, but it's like Judgment Day is coming. 6 of Pentacles again. Yeah, you guys are going to work. Your work is going to be intertwined with your passions, your love life, and it's like, oh, there's so much stability, and like, it's allowing you to. So we've got Virgo, we've got the Magician, which is Virgo and Gemini, we got the Hierophant, which is Taurus, 2 of Wands, and the Page of Wands, which both look like a 2 of Wands. So there's a lot of 2 of Wands. 6 of Wands is self-recognition. Something where you guys are going to be doing something maybe in the public eye. Maybe that's how you meet, is because one or both of you are in the public eye. So Justice, we have Libra, 10 of Swords and 7 of Swords. Didn't I say there wasn't any of that here? And the Chariot again, more Cancerian energy. 10 of Swords, coming out of guarded energy. Now, you could have already dealt with this person, and again, when the feminine was in that reverse position, like they were like, oh, I can't give to anything right now. I need to just like be alone. I don't have the emotional capacity for this. Or maybe there's something that the masculine did that didn't match their manifestation list or their idea of what their person was going to look like, be like, offer. And so there was a separation. And so I think that caused maybe a moment of guarded energy. Whether you've already gotten there. Oh, I just got deja vu. Something with swing sets. Like a park playground. Maybe you guys will, going on walks at night. Again, like a lot of silent walking, long walks on the beach, long walks at night. It's always like a corny thing that people say on dating. Maybe you meet on a dating site. But it's like the, I enjoy long walks on the beach, but, maybe you really enjoy that. I sure do. I love long walks on the beach. So I don't know why that's been something, again, this world needs more feminine energy, but it's like, what's wrong with long walks on the beach? Like, it's the fucking beach, and you're active, you're walking, and it feels great on your natural feet to spread into the sand. And yeah, there's a lot of sensuality here, and it feels really good. So if you're having trouble believing that that's coming to you, then that's what you're attracting, Taurus. So just tap into your five senses. Imagine what this feels like. Imagine like everything that you love and the ideas and the fantasies, right? And just surround yourself with that pleasure and that romance and that philosophy and music. Like, listen to good music, eat good food, things that nourish you, things that satisfy and fulfill you and are satiating, right? There's a lot of like, get into your Taurus energy. And if you're the masculine, Taurus or the feminine, but if you're the whichever one you are, if that's what you want to attract somebody that's going to nurture all those things, then nurture them, right? Get into that energy, because when you're in that energy, when you're in that space, it's like, if they're looking for you, if the masculine is looking for the feminine, they can sense your frequency. So get into that frequency, send out that vibration, right? Vibration. I get a lot of self-pleasure here, right? So maybe doing some self-pleasuring spell work, right? There are ways you can look into that if you choose, but quite simply, you just get into that frequency, and then you self-pleasure as a way of meditation, and you focus that on yourself and your frequency. Say your name versus watching porn or imagining some 3D version of somebody that you think you want or that meets the criteria on your little manifestation list. Instead of getting so into the physical aspects of it, get into the masculine 3D aspects of it, get into the feminine aspects of it. How does it feel, right? Imagine the smell of your person, the smell of you two combined, the pheromones, right? Because when you do that, you attract, all right? We're just like moths. We're just moths, looking for our flames. So, our twin flame. All right, Taurus, I hope there was something in here for you. This is definitely not made for kids. So I always check that anyways, but I will be making sure that it's not suitable for children. So yeah, this is cool. Like, just don't allow your flame to burn out, because your moth is looking for you, right? And they can track, but based on pheromones, there's something about pheromones too. Like, they can track their mates from miles away. Miles and miles. What is that from? Miles and miles of... Oh man. That's gonna bug me. I don't know if you guys do that, but I constantly do that. Or I hear a phrase, or I hear a voice or something. I hear a lot of voices. I hear a voice and it's from a movie or a song or something I heard in my life, where it's just like, where the hell did that come from? And then it will just haunt me and taunt me for days until suddenly I stop thinking about it, and then there it is. And that's kind of how love is, right? If you're chasing it, if you're looking for it, you're not going to find it, because it's not in the 3D. Your connection is in the 5D. Bring that together, and then the 3D just works itself out, because the 3D honors the feminine. It honors the 5D, right? That's what manifestation is. All right, I'm going to get into something way more esoteric if I keep going, but I think you guys get it. And if you don't get it, stay tuned. We'll talk more about it. So I hope there was something in here for you, Taurus. There was a lot of things in here that sound like what Taurus would like. So, if you're like, I don't see this person, feel them. Feel it. And yeah, if you want to support this channel, the work that I do, space, everything you need to know is in the description box below. And until next time, I wish you well.